What's a registration deposit? How do I pay my tuition? Don't worry, Lions, we'll answer these questions coming up next. Welcome back to another episode of York 101 News. I'm your host Fiona, and for this week's episode, paying your registration deposit and tuition. But before we get into it, don't forget to follow @StudentLifeYU on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, along with clicking the subscribe button on YouTube and hitting the bell to be notified for more videos like this to come out. Now, let's get into it. First, let's dive into the registration deposit. This just in, the registration deposit has been lowered. Let's throw it to our favorite reporters to get some more answers. Do y'all have any input on the situation? Paulo? Jess?
Hey Fiona, this first time deposit of $150 will be the first payment you will have to make to York University. This payment confirms to York University that you will be attending classes this fall and unlocks key services that you will need before classes even start in September.
This deposit used to be $300, but it was lowered. It should be paid by the 15th of the following month of your course enrollment date. So for example, if you enrolled in your courses in June, your registration deposit will be due July 15th.
And remember that your registration deposit is included within your tuition total. The steps you pay to your registration deposit are the exact same steps as the ones to pay your actual tuition.
So how do you exactly pay your registration deposit and your tuition? Once again, we're digging into the archives for the answers. Last year, Cabby and a former member of the York 101 News team, Mayu, broke down the steps.
So tip number 1 is to find out how much you owe in total. And to do so, you're actually going to have to go to currentstudents.yorku.ca and input your Passport York account information.
Once you're logged in, you're going to select Self-Service Tools. Then you're going to click on Your Student Account. And then you're going to find this big red button to view your monthly statement. You're going to see your overall tuition. That's the amount of money that you're going to have to pay.
Tip 2 is your 2 installments. So here at York actually allows you to pay your tuition into 2 different parts. Your first part will be due in the fall term by September 10th, and your second part will be due in winter term by January 10th. But if you have all the money up front to pay, by all means you can go ahead. And also make sure to remember to pay by the specific dates to avoid incurring any interest charges.
Tip number 3, pay online. If you really need to pay your tuition in person, you can do that at the bank, but by far the most easiest way to pay off your tuition is either through telephone banking or online. So get in touch with your banking institution to set up either of those 2 options, or you can even set it up yourself on your bank's mobile app.
And the 2 things that you actually have to keep in mind to do so are that the account payee will be York University and your account number will be your York student number.
You can pay your fees through any of these major Canadian banking institutions like TD, RBC, BMO, CIBC, and Scotiabank.
And if you're using OSAP will actually send all the funds to York to pay off your fees. And then if there's any remaining money, it'll be returned back to your own personal banking account.
And if you've been awarded any scholarships or bursaries, that amount will be deducted from your overall tuition.
Thank you, Cabby and Mayu, for that great information. If you're an international student living outside of Canada, you can use Western Union Banking Solutions or CIBC International Pay to pay your tuition. These portals let you make payments in your preferred currency and give you multiple payment options. If you want the full list of instructions on how to pay, hit the link in the description box or caption below. So that'll be all from us. Back to you, Fiona.
So, there you have it. Some simple tips to pay your registration deposit and your tuition. If you need more information, we'll leave a few links in the description box or a caption below. And if you have any other financial related inquiries, leave your questions in the comments or feel free to DM us on any of our social platforms and our news team will get back to you ASAP. That's @StudentLifeYU on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit the bell to be notified for more videos like this. I'm Fiona, and this was York 101 News. Stay in the know, Lions, and we'll be seeing you next week. Cheers!